And that pass is intercepted. Got some
You want
room
to
to
spam the
run.
same play? Play some football, baby. Play some
And
football.
what a play and what a
Play some
return
football.
as he takes it all the way back inside the
I'm
10.
on that, baby. Play some
This is
football.
obviously
We
not a
adjusting
great
around here,
start for this
punky.
quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Off play action on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Back to pass, it's Keene. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Oh,
I should have known better. You know that glitch. You know how to do that glitch. That's my bad. I should have known.
crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the 20. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Looks as if he's going to run it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's now 2nd and goal.
5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Doors.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Got his man on the right. He makes his way into the end zone, and they've got a 2-point lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside of the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. I can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the overthrow.
The give on the inside. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Vanderbilt 16, Fresno State 14.
The Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds us back in the middle. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gets it out fast. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking every...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. And getting a sack right away on the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to buy time. And he's got it!
Take that, you little cheese fuck.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Vanderbilt, 16.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
The quarterback bought
Try something new, buddy. Try something new. Change the play.
Got to him and
On that. Change the play.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play.
Try
They'll
something
try
new.
again on
Change the
second
play,
and long,
monkey.
23. Scanning the field is Pavia. Trying to burn this defensive back.
Okay.
Gets downfield with a
Okay.
big catch. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Commodores. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Quarterback checking the play. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Fresno State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Fresno State 35, Vanderbilt 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick completion to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll just keep slinging it.
Hey, you piece of shit. You suck, nigga. You piece of shit. You suck. Doing the same play all game. You shit bag. You suck, nigga.